Hi guys, I'm Brett and this is my vlog which is part of HeadStart Blackpool's 30 Resilient Moves in 30 Days campaign for Vlogtober. So the resilient move I'm going to talk to you guys about today is the one that I think has probably played the most important role in my life so far in terms of increasing my resilience, and that is playing hobbies. Okay, so my hobby since I was about 5 or 6 years old has always been playing rugby league. So obviously when I was that young I didn't understand what resilience was, that wasn't the reason I started playing it. But looking back now I can identify other areas of my life that have been improved just by having a hobby. So some of those areas include developing life skills, so skills that I've learned from a young age, things like communication, leadership skills, being part of a team. I've used them in everyday life, from being at school, in my work. It's also allowed me to meet new people, develop friendships, regularly exercising and getting fresh air, making sure I get enough sleep. I think most importantly, it's always given me something to look forward to. So whether that would be if I'd had a bad day at school or a stressful day at work, I'd always know that, oh, it's a Tuesday or a Thursday, I've got rugby tonight, and that would be somewhere I could go and know that I'm going to enjoy myself and have a laugh with my mates and get something good out of it. By having a hobby such as rugby, which is obviously a competitive sport, from an early age I've also learned how to handle losing. So when we've lost rugby games, to understand it isn't the end of the world and that there isn't such thing as failures. You just learn from each of your mistakes, and I think that's something I've definitely carried with me throughout my life so far. So whereas if I've failed an exam at school or I've maybe just missed out on getting a job when I've interviewed for a role, things like that, it's taught me to, as much as it's hard at the time and it's frustrating, but it's also taught me to kind of like, it isn't the end of the world and that you can just go again. This might sound quite odd to some people, but it worked for me. So when my granddad passed away when I was 15, and on the day that he passed away I had a rugby match that night, and I still went along to that rugby match, which might again sound quite odd to some people, but that was a way of coping for me, and it worked for me. Obviously it didn't help me get over it completely, but just for that short space of time that night, it obviously helped me. Okay, so I've talked to you all about my rugby, but unfortunately my rugby season is over at the minute, so that has left a bit of a gap in my life. So I've actually taken up a new hobby at the minute to kind of fill that gap until my pre-season starts again at the end of November. And that hobby is something that, like most young lads growing up, everyone wanted to be a wrestler. So in the name of charity, I am undertaking 8 weeks of training, and at the end of that there will be a big match, a wrestling match at a nightclub in Preston, which is getting much closer now. The charity I'm doing it for as well is Lancashire Mind, who are one of our partners here at HeadStart, so that's a really good cause that I'm wanting to raise hopefully a lot of money for as well, so that's always good. So right, okay, I'm about to go on my way to training now, so and I've heard there might be a few obstacles I've got to overcome at training tonight, so I'll take you along with me and we can see what's waiting for me, alright? Okay, so I've just finished training, and as you've just seen, I've just battled my way through some of the everyday challenges that life can throw at us all, and you can do the same too. So I'm encouraging everyone to make resilient moves. That doesn't have to be wrestling or rugby, it can be anything. It could be joining a book club, joining a gardening club, anything that is going to increase your resilience and see that positive chain reaction in other areas of your life. Okay, so that's the end of my vlog, so thank you for watching, and yeah, just get vlogging, get making resilient moves, and join HeadStart's Resilience Revolution, And finally, just a quick one, don't try anything you've just seen me do at home, alright? Thank you very much.